out there today.
I already know what you're going to say. Play safe?
I was going to say the exact opposite. Go for it, man. Get into it. That's the whole point, right?
Yes, we are in the 70s. That is one of the many great scenes from the new Australian surf movie Drift. And we are delighted to welcome... How is this for an all-star lineup on the Today Show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Sam Worthington, Xavier Samuel and Miles Pollard.
Hot. It's hot. Look at you lads, eh?
Miles, tell you're a producer as well as one of the stars. Set the scene, tell us the story.
Oh, it was a 7-year project. Two brothers, the 70s, trying to make a better life for themselves. In the process, they create the pillars of the modern surf industry. Loosely based on all the myths about surf companies, the rise of the big surf companies. And got to work with a good mate and another one here.
I was going to say, why does it take 7 years? But it takes a long time to find the perfect wave. Was that part of the process?
Oh, yeah. It did take a long time. Perfect wave. I think that was the biggest wave in dramatic feature history, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's unbelievable, the footage.
That was me on that wave, right?
Yeah.
That was you, Xavier.
Well, what about 1972? What a good year. You know, when... What about the green van?
How
the
good is Sandman?
Look at it all. And the long hair. Yeah. Xavier, you wouldn't even been around then. It would have been... You would have had to go back in the...
Yeah, I think it was still a twinkle in my father's eye.
How was it for you?
Oh, I had a blast.
Yeah.
You know, we were over in Western Australia, and, you know, the scenery there is really beautiful, and so... Couldn't imagine a better gig, really.
Close to the Margaret River, that's got to be a good spot
Stunning,
to be.
yeah, totally.
Sam, you play photographer in this, mate. You're, you're the toast of Hollywood these days. Tell us about coming home to make a local movie.
Well, you come back because, you know, there's going to be no frills. And I've known Miles 16 years. Thought it was a project worth being part of because he's got a young family and he wanted to do it for his son. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't want his son years down the track to think his dad has done nothing. And then but my first day, Miles took me out to about some 20, 30-foot swell, just dumped me off the back of the Zodiac and said, yeah, we'll pick you up, we're going to film you, but good luck, Hollywood. And I was kind of stuck out there going, this is wrong, boys, this is wrong. Yeah, but it was great experience.
Just drop us out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. But it's good, it's always good to kind of, you know, film with people that are passionate. And Miles' passion is about surfing, his passion is about West Australia, and that's what he wanted to promote.
How much of a surfer were you before this movie?
I've surfed all my life, so was Miles, and, you know, so it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
I get to get paid to surf with my friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're big, like, you know, any surfer will say that big wave riding is very different to your normal swells and the enjoyment that comes with that. There's also a bit of putting yourself at risk with bigger waves.
I think that was the thing. We knew what we were doing. We trained Xavier up. Because with any stunt, you want to kind of not take the audience out by cutting to a visual effect guy or something like that. But it was hairy. It was, you know, Margaret River is known for its power, and you know, we were out in, you know, big waves, and it was, you know, it's sharky, it's scary, but you know, you come in and go, man, this is your job. It's fantastic.
We couldn't afford studies because we had to pay Sam.
We had to pay Xavier too, just straight out of the Twilight movie. I mean, this is a slightly smaller film to work on.
Less vampires in this one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, but I mean, I had a really different experience on this. You know, it's kind of nice to throw yourself in the deep end and exactly.
And for you, a long way from McLeod's Daughters, Miles.
It has been a bit of a
love
journey.
that show.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah, no limp in this one, no horses. No limp in that show.
Yeah, no limp, he changed legs every week.
Go and talk to my osteo.
There was no continuity, guys.
There was none whatsoever with him.
You can only put a rock in your shoe for so many years.
Hey, with these two boys and yourself on board, obviously, you know, a fair bit of star power attached to this film. Is part of the objective to take Margaret River, your part of the world, to the world?
Absolutely. Look, you know, I grew up down there. I mean, I still remember camping in car parks and getting up first light and surfing in, you know, no wetsuit, just in boardies, and walking across farmland that is now sort of hotel land, and experiencing the wonder of that region. So to be able to bring that to the rest of the world and showcase it is a real privilege and a real honour.
There's no one that puts more pressure on surfing movies than surfers, as you would know.
Yeah.
Living up to that expectation, is that something that was in the back of your mind?
It was. Yeah. It was actually a little bit frightening for the premiere in Western Australia. We had the Margaret River Masters over there, and we had Taj Burrows, we had Mark Occhilupo, Jake Patterson, all these icons, and they were watching the film for the first time. And I got to admit, I was a little nervous.
I think the thing that we always agreed on, I remember me, Miles, and the two directors, one's another guy I know called Morgan O'Neill and Ben Knott, and I said, look, the way to do this is you actually get actual proper surf photographers in there. Don't try and get a DOP who thinks he can do surf photography. Yeah. And so they did. We had the real deal. We had all the, you know, some of the Quicksilver team and some of those other boys that came in and just, you know, really knew how to shoot this perfectly. So the surf footage is amazing.
Speaking of the real deal, I don't know if you've seen the papers this morning, but Arnie Schwarzenegger said over the weekend that you are the next big action star. You've had the stamp on the forehead.
Got it by the boss, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very kind of him. Look, Arnold's great. I think Arnold's out here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. He's 62. He's fitter than us three put together. And he's that's very humbling for him to say that, but I'll have to pay him something.
You're going to need to be fit. Avatar 2 starts filming soon?
I think end of the year is what we're aiming for. They built the studios that we're going to be filming at. Jim's tweaking the script, and then I think we get on the rocket and go back to Pandora.
Which will be great. In Hollywood, it's a big thing, isn't it, for you guys to go there and to do a local production and go back into that world is kind of, you know.
Well, that world's all this craziness. It's, you know, you want to come home. This is where you started. This is where your passion is from. This is where you get inspired by. And then you go over there and play with all the bells and whistles, and then use that to come back and keep fueling this industry.
Oh, that's a cool way of looking at it. Really cool. And I think that, can I just point out that you have changed a little bit, Sammy, since the last time you were in. I just want to point this out to everyone at home. Can we just get a little close-up of Sam's shoes?
Yes.
Why we don't
get they haven't even got holes in them.
Put your leg up here, son. There was a time when he just wore his Aussie boots.
Very beautiful winkle pickers.
And now he's got Italian shoes on. So what's happened to you?
I think they're Windsor Smith, mate, or something like that. I have to dress up out of respect for my mate here.
Hey, tell us, we should know this. When can we see the film?
May the 2nd.
May the 2nd.
In America, we've got an American release as well in a couple of months.
Fantastic.
We won the Puerto Rican Film Festival. Didn't know there was a film festival in Puerto Rico. Got the $250.
And there must be a great incentive for you to get over there and start making films over there and doing the business there as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're building a slate of films at the moment. My business partners and I. And we're looking to keep creating and keeping this industry going, you know.
Good man.
Beautiful. All success to you, lads.
Yeah, well done.
Absolutely.
Xavier, Miles and Sammy, big round of applause.
Yay.
Go Drift.